Did you know that 40% of people over 60 are losing leg strength just because of the wrong breakfast? Imagine waking up wanting to walk out into your garden, but your legs are shaky and feel powerless. That could happen if you ignore the secret we're about to share. In the next 10 minutes, you'll discover 3 breakfast foods that help your legs stay strong, full of energy, and ready for anything at age 60, 70, or beyond. Do your legs feel weaker than they used to? Type yes or no in the comments right now. Don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the bell so you won't miss out on health tips from Daily Senior Health. And if you find this video helpful, hit like. This small action helps us create more valuable content. Meet John, a 68-year-old retired carpenter from Ohio. John used to be a strong man capable of lifting heavy wood planks and climbing ladders for hours without fatigue. He loved his weekend mornings walking around the park with his dog Max and fixing things in his backyard workshop. But one day, as he tried to stand up from the breakfast table, his knees felt weak, as if his legs stopped listening. "I thought it was just aging," John said, "but then I started to worry." Simple tasks like carrying his toolbox or walking up the stairs became challenges. John wasn't alone. Millions of people over 60 are experiencing weakening legs, and many believe it's just something they have to accept. They give up small joys like walking or gardening just because they think, "That's just old age." But here's the big mistake most of us make. We believe weak legs come from aging, not from what we eat every morning. John thought so too. He used to start his day with white bread, a cup of coffee, and sometimes a donut from the nearby store. He thought it was enough to get him going, but his legs told a different story. Scientists at Harvard University discovered that a breakfast lacking in protein and key nutrients can increase the risk of muscle loss by up to 50% in people over 60. John had no idea that his breakfast, which seemed harmless, was silently stealing his strength. But what was really happening to John's body? And why could the right breakfast change everything? John began to realize that his weakening legs weren't just about getting older. One morning, as he tried to lift a light toolbox in his shop, his legs shook, and he had to sit down to avoid falling. Terrified, he made an appointment with his doctor, Dr. Susan. At the clinic, Susan said something that shocked John. "John, your legs aren't weak because of age. They're running out of fuel." She explained that muscles like the engine of a car need protein, antioxidants, and minerals to stay strong. Without these nutrients, muscles start to shrink, which makes you more likely to fall, feel pain, and lose your mobility. A study from Tufts University found that 45% of people over 60 don't get enough protein at breakfast, and the scary part is most of them don't even know this is silently destroying their muscles. Even more shocking. John realized he had been hurting his body through the same breakfast he had every day. Like many others, he relied on convenient foods, white bread pastries or boxed cereals, believing they were quick and filling. But Susan revealed a worrying truth. These foods provide almost no protein or antioxidants needed to protect his muscles. In fact, not getting protein in the morning can leave your muscles hungry for the rest of the day, speeding up the aging process. Scientists at the Mayo Clinic warn that a poor breakfast can raise the risk of muscle loss by up to 60% within 5 years after age 60. John was stunned. He wondered, "What did I do wrong? Can I fix this?" "We know you're trying to stay healthy and we're here to support you. What do you usually eat for breakfast? Tell us in the comments." The first breakfast food John tried might surprise you. Something simple but far more powerful than you think. In the months after visiting his doctor, John's condition worsened. One morning, as he stepped down the stairs to get his newspaper, his left leg gave out. No strength to hold balance. He tumbled down a few steps. Luckily, just some bruises, but the fear stuck. "I thought I might have to give up my workshop. Or worse, never walk with Max again." John said, his voice filled with worry. He started avoiding the things he loved, no more park walks, no fixing things, and he even hesitated to go outside because of his fear of falling. Scientists at Stanford University warn that muscle weakness after 60 can raise fall risk by 4 times, and 25% of serious falls lead to fractures or long hospital stays. John felt trapped in his own body. The less he moved, the weaker he got, and the more fearful he became. What scared him even more was realizing he wasn't alone. His close friend Mike, who once loved sports, now needed a walker due to severe muscle loss, all because he didn't pay attention to his diet. John became haunted by one thought: will that be me? Will I lose my freedom just because of the wrong breakfast? A Harvard study found that if you don't get enough protein and minerals at breakfast, you could lose up to 40% of your leg strength within 8 years after turning 60. Imagine that nearly half your leg strength gone, just from seemingly harmless food choices. Have you ever worried about falling or losing your mobility? Type 1 if yes or 0 if not in the comments. But don't lose hope, because John has found a way to fight back.